Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another podcast of Therapy Tube. I'm your host, Bob, and I'm coming from you from our headquarters in Chicago, as always, and I hope you are enjoying your day. Today, we have another installment of Christmas week, and this one, very interesting, with lots of facts coming at you in this next 10 minutes. So you might want to listen close. You might learn a thing or two. I basically looked at 3 countries. I found 3 countries that are pretty big countries, but they celebrate Christmas totally different than we do in the U.S. We live in the U.S. It's a small world. People still do things differently, but there usually is the tradition of decorating the tree, putting the presents under the tree, getting your stockings out, having the stockings hung, and Santa putting all his gifts and coming with his reindeer. Now, this isn't the case with many other countries. Countries just celebrate things differently. Some don't celebrate it. Some slightly celebrate it. It's kind of just different wherever you go in the world. So the 3 countries that I looked at were Japan, Italy, and India. These 3 countries were way different, and it was just really cool to see how they celebrate it versus how we celebrate it. So the first country, like I said, is Japan. Now, Japan treats Christmas as a normal working day. So Christmas is not really widely celebrated there. Their break for in the winter is for New Year's, and New Year's is a very big thing out in Japan. But otherwise else, they treat Christmas as a normal working day. The emperor's birthday is on the 23rd, so children get their break starting on the 23rd, stretching it out after New Year's. So this is pretty cool because their break actually is not for Christmas. It's for New Year's and the emperor's birthday. But people who work, they get off for the emperor's birthday, and they go back for the 24th, 25th, and blah, blah, blah. And then when New Year's comes around, they take another break. So it's pretty interesting to see that Christmas isn't even really looked upon in Japan. It's just it's a normal working day. You wake up, it depends really what the family is, but generally in Japan, Christmas is not really widely and just serious holiday out there. It's really, like I said, it depends on what family. If you're a Christian family out there who's from the U.S., of course you're going to celebrate it, but most people in Japan don't celebrate Christmas. It's just it's a thing, but it's not a thing. It's not widely celebrated, and just the general population celebrates New Year's instead of Christmas. Moving on to the next country, it is Italy, and now one thing that you see in the U.S. here is the nativity set with baby Jesus, Mary, and the shepherds, and all your little parts and pieces from Jesus' birth. Now, you may have not known this, but this originated in Italy. So this was brought over by Italian immigrants to the U.S. In Italy, they have huge nativity sets that tower meters and meters tall, guys. Now, I'll go look these up after this video, but this is nuts. They're in a pyramid shape, so they're not in an Egyptian pyramid, but they're in a pyramid shape, coming up with all your people, pieces, and parts to your nativity set. It's like a nativity set here, but it's shaped differently. They put it in a pyramid shape. Another thing that's cool is they include everyday items from the 20th century in their nativity set. So they'll include food from now, little essentials, the essentials that are found around the house, and they include those now. So some people like to keep it, with the old nativity set, the old tradition, and just keep everything like that. But the Italians are adding little parts and pieces to the nativity set to kind of bring it into this era, so it's relatable, and it's kind of not so far back that it's not even real almost. It's really, really cool. They're bringing everyday essentials, items, food, everything in, and they just really embrace this, and I feel like it's very cool. They have cool shops there. Look all this stuff up, but they have really cool shops there, and if you look at these shops, go look at a picture of these shops. They're huge. They have all these different crafted, handmade items that are for your nativity set. They're just really, really, really cool. They have shops solely made for the nativity set. And some some of the pieces they portrayed differently. Mary, they may portray differently. Joseph, all the people in your nativity set. And I found this very cool because I never really thought about that. How the nativity set, something I drive by every day, in front of churches, in front of houses. And it's really, really cool that it was brought over by immigrants from Italy. I really never thought of that. And it's really, really, really cool how they do it differently than we do it here. Going into their food selection in Italy, fish is eaten a lot on Christmas Eve, and really in the U.S., some families do take this tradition on and some don't, but they eat lots and lots of fish. They have a meal called 7 Fishes, and they eat 7 types of fish. It's really different. I don't eat fish too much on Christmas Eve in my family, but they eat a ton of it. Another thing that is eaten there not eaten there is dairy is not really eaten on Christmas Eve dinner, which is different because, Santa, he's got to drink his cookies and milk, so might want to go talk to an Italian about that. I don't follow where that goes because Santa needs his cookies and milk, okay? The milk is a solid part of the meal, so I would hate to not leave Santa some milk. He may get a little angry. I would like to have a little cookies and milk myself. But anyway, moving on from that fact, it's just much different, like most of these countries are. Maybe you have some Italian people in your family. Ask them about it. Comment down below how they do it. If you're Italian, share some cool traditions and some facts, because I'm not really familiar with the Italians too much. But after seeing that there is actually no dairy for some families, kind of makes me angry because Santa needs his milk, and that's prohibiting it. And if someone could clear this up, is it like a rule there's no dairy, or is that just like a custom, like some families follow? Like, I was kind of confused on that. But if you're Italian and you know about these, please comment down below and jump into the conversation, because I don't know too much myself about the Italians. After reading a page and a half about them, I'm still kind of lost. Moving on to our next country, it is India. India actually only has 2.3% of their population who is Christian, and most of their Christians are found in Mumbai. And saying 2.3%, that's not saying much in India, because they have towns such as Mumbai who have 20 million plus people who live there. So, but to say the least, there's not too many people in India who actually celebrate the holiday. But people who do celebrate the holiday, they do follow that midnight mass type of deal. And their festivals are all at night, so they have parades, midnight mass. I'm not sure if they open their gifts at night, but it seems pretty cool, because doing things at night is just a whole different picture. I know midnight mass is actually pretty cool. But I know they do midnight mass, but the parades, that seems really cool at night. But I think that's a cool way to celebrate it. I don't know where that quite originated, but I think that's really, really, really cool. Mumbai, like I said, it's a huge, if you go there at midnight, going to a church on midnight in Mumbai, a Christian church, of course, there'll probably be a lot of people there. But it seems to be a big deal that it's at night, and I find that pretty cool and interesting. So if you do too, please comment down below and join the conversation. Like I said, I have many questions. I'm not too familiar with any of these, so please comment down below. And if you enjoy this podcast, please drop a like. And if you're interested in hearing any more of me or any more of my coworkers, please subscribe and watch out for any other podcast. And this was today's installment of this holiday fun week. Please come back tomorrow to see more, and happy holidays to everyone, and I will be back tomorrow. If you enjoyed, please drop a like. And this is Bob signing off from Chicago. Have a great day. Bye-bye.